Hey guys, welcome to the next video. Two of the Zodiac killer crime scenes. I happened to be near them and had to stop by. Okay guys, here we are in California. I've always been kind of interested in the Zodiac killer from back in the 60s. Still currently technically unsolved, even though they have a new suspect, I think in the last year or so. Anyway, that first handicap spot is where Darlene Ferrin and Mike, I'm going to try to say his last name, Magoo, were shot. Mike did survive and later identified Arthur Lee Allen as the shooter. So here are some images I found online of the other suspects. The second one from the left with the goatee, I believe, is Arthur Lee Allen, who was the #1 suspect for a long time. Here's another image of Arthur Lee Allen I found online. This occurred back in July of '69. And I just wanted to come by the location just because I'm just one of those curious nuts. My wife and I are always watching Datelines and retired law enforcement who's always interested in this case. And so that's the spot. That's right where they were parked. And that's where it all happened. And there's one more that's nearby here we're going to swing over to now. Here's some images I found online of the parking lot, what it looks like today. Pictures of Darlene Ferrin and Michael Magoo, or Magoo, however you want to say it. And this is another image I found online of the parking lot, I guess similar to back in the day. Now it's been kind of divided in half, but the general shape of the lot is still the same. Here we are arriving at another location of where Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday were killed in this little pull-off, which apparently, from what I read online, was known as a kind of lover's lane type thing. Kind of a small area for a lover's lane, but this is the location. Here I found some pictures online of the victims and also some crime scene photos from back in the day. This one here is in color, or was colorized. It's the black and white version. This, I believe, is perhaps maybe a law enforcement vehicle investigating, but you see the curve of the road and the pull-off. Okay guys, here we are at a second Zodiac killer site with Betty Lou Jensen and I believe it's David Faraday, December of '68. From what I've seen online, they were parked right about there, right probably to the left of my truck. They were both shot, 22 pistol, I believe. This was known as kind of a little lover's lane, I guess, at the time. She was able to get out and run, and the crime scene photos I saw online, and she ran to about over here. And this is where they found her body, laying right around here. So there's a gate here. I don't know if this was here then. You can't go back there. It says cameras. Not that I would want to. I'm just out here, but this is where they were, roughly where they were parked. So I actually see some sort of a memorial over here. It's interesting. I don't know if that's from a car accident or from the incident. I just don't know. I don't see any names or anything like that on it. No cards. Huh. But this is where it went down in '68. All right, we are on our next onto our next adventure. I just had to stop by here because they were relatively close to our last hotel, and we just got the car back. If you watched our previous video, after having the gas tank drilled in Vallejo, California, which is where we are now. This is only 7 minutes from the other scene. It's very close. That's why I wanted to do the two of them. But we've got the car back. We've got a brand new fuel tank, 2300 smackers, and I'm on my way. So we'll see you in the next video. I just wanted to give you a distant shot of this location, what it looks like. It's really just a small little pull-off. I don't know what it looked like, and I think it looked pretty much just like this in '68. Surprised that it would be considered a Lover's Lane, but it is a desolate area, as you can see. There's not a lot of traffic on the road, and this is 2023, so I'm sure in '68 it was even less. Okay guys, these pictures following here are of Gary Francis Pope. Apparently the latest and most positive suspect they have for the Zodiac killer. Unfortunately, he died in 2018, and they're still investigating. If you Google the story, you'll see as of May of 2023, they have some DNA results that are certainly leading to this guy. And guys, here's an example of one of the codes he sent to the press. And then the following is the solution to the code that was finally figured out. He sent several of these to the press to taunt the police and investigators. Okay guys, that concludes the Zodiac crime scene video. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned. The journey continues.